Hello, my friends. Welcome to live chat. YouTube is being weird as usual, so I'm going to see if I can fix one little thing before we get going. Is it going to work? Maybe. No. Okay, well, it is what it is. Hello, my friends. Welcome to live chat. Today, I thought we would check in on the people that were involved in Dramageddon. And if you were not here around on YouTube, it was only 2 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago. Can you believe that? So much has happened in the YouTube beauty space in the past 2 years. Absolutely crazy to me. That how much has happened. It just blows my mind. Let me try one more time to fix my issue and see if I can get YouTube to accept it. And no, it's not happening. Okay, it is what it is. Hopefully the thumbnail went through appropriately because it was having issues with that too. YouTube likes to change things. So before we go into how all of these people are doing now, I thought that would be something interesting to talk about since, we haven't checked in on our friends in a while, Manny, Laura, Nikita, and Gabriel, and talk about, we'll do a quick summary if you weren't here for Dramageddon. We'll do a quick summary, and there's a blog post listed below that sums things up pretty well as well if you'd rather read it. And then we're going to talk about actually how they're doing now, the different strategies they used in order to continue their social media presence or not, and which strategy has been the most successful. So think in your mind, who do you think right now is doing the best out of Manny, Laura, Nikita, and Gabriel? Who do you feel is doing the best? And we'll see if we can confirm that. But before we do, very quickly, just want to say hello to the people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. And we're going to be talking to them and getting their opinions as well. Monica shot in super early. Hello, Monica. Hello, Latina. Hello, Daniela. Good to see you. Anyone buy the Shroud palette with Smoky Glow? I did not know there was a Shroud palette with Smoky Glow. I missed that. Ginger Jeannie, good morning to you. Sorojan, good morning. Crystal, good morning to you. Marissa and Katie Love, Sherry and Rachel, Teresa M.O., thank you for being here, Alyssa and Liz and Monica and Melinda and Jess S. So happy to have you here, Kimberly and Rosie, and yeah, hi everybody. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. Let me see one more time because this is really, I'm going to try a little bit different. I'm having issues with, let's see if that helps. Nope. Okay. All right. Well, all right. Let's just jump into it. So, once upon a time in 2018, all of the big YouTube channels were all friends. So we had Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, MannyMUA, Nikki Tutorials. I just stole that from Peter Mon, but it's just such a cute song and it always gets stuck in my head. We had Jeffree Star, MannyMUA, Laura Lee, Nikita Dragun, and Gabriel Zamora. Can I spit all their names out? They would film on each other's channels and you would see them on Instagram hanging out together and they were all friends and everything was good. And then Shane Dawson's first docuseries on Jeffree Star dropped in the summer of 2018 and we learned that the four other people had separated from Jeffree Star and that they were no longer friends. And the way that we found this out was this photo tweeted by Gabriel Zamora. And I don't have the tweet up on my computer right now, but if you look at the article, I think it's down in the article that I linked down below. Gabriel also tweeted in a response to someone, imagine standing a racist, I could never. And all of these were attributed to them not being friends with Jeffree Star anymore. So that led to the great dirt dig of 2018, where people dug into the old tweets of all of those people and found a lot of tweets that were old. Typically, for whatever reason, in 2012, that was a big year for problematic tweets. Mostly racially insensitive tweets, things having to do, oh, it was awful. So again, read that blog post for all the details. I don't want to say them on my channel. I don't even want to give them the time or the breadth of the things that they said, and you can decide for yourself what you think of those. So, this led to apology video after apology video, except for from Nikita, who never apologized for anything, never acknowledged her participation in anything. She just kind of kept going, business as usual, but the other three did put out videos. Manny's was somber, sitting on the floor in a hoodie. Laura's was emotional and crying. It's still memed to this day. People still making fun of that apology and how it seemed to a lot of people that it was very fake to a lot of people. Gabriel's, from what I remember, I think he only put out the one basically accusing Manny of being a social climber, saying that Manny had come to his house to try to talk to him and he didn't want to talk to him, and you know, and that made Manny lose even more subscribers. Yeah, and everybody basically just kind of, not everybody, we'll talk about it in a second, but subscriber numbers were dropping and, you know, people were getting off the internet, except for Nikita Dragun, who just seemed to just keep going. I don't know, like, she just kept going. She just kept going. So today I want to focus on YouTube numbers because that's the platform I understand the best. I've been on it for the longest. I understand how it all works. I don't really understand Instagram numbers as well. I feel like with Instagram, it's really all about followers, where with YouTube, it's all about views. And Social Blade, which is the resource I used for this, only tracks just the subscriber count or the follower count on Instagram, and I don't quite get all of that. So I'm just going to focus on YouTube because I do believe that all of them were on YouTube in August of 2018 when all of this started. So let me go ahead and check in with you all in the community real quick, and then we'll go into the data that I collected. Tessie's filter-free makeup J-Star likes to have other influencers around him until they realize what a jerk he is, and he bashes them like they were the ones doing wrong, not him. I mean, I think that that's kind of a trend on YouTube with some of the bigger influencers, is they kind of use each other in lots of ways, and we'll talk about that too. Liz from Liz's Luscious Life says, I was never a fan of any of them, so I was not surprised by any of this. Hello to Tiandra. Good morning to Wendy. Okay, so let's talk about Manny first. So in August of 2018, Manny lost 307,000 subscribers. Now, if you were around for Dramageddon 2, when we had, you know, Tati and Jeffrey and James losing subscribers, the loss of subscribers in Dramageddon 1 isn't even close to what happened for James and Tati and Jeffrey. That's something we can talk about on another day. But 307,000 subscribers was unheard of in 1 month for one person. Like, that was a huge deal in August of 2018. Manny's currently sitting at 4.86 million subscribers. He averages 9 videos per month. And his views in the last 30 days are 4 million views in the last 30 days. Now, just to give you some perspective as far as what I'm talking about here. So I upload, if you think about, you know, per week. So with that, that's at least 2 videos a week. I upload 2 reviews, what's up and makeup, and a live chat every week. So my stats will show 4 videos per week. Manny's uploading 9 per week on average. And I averaged out from the last 6 months. 4 million views. My goal when I quit teaching was to get to 1 million views a month, because that to me added up to about what I was making teaching, a little more than what I was making as a teacher with my master's degree. So 4 million views is not too shabby. Is it like the most amazing thing ever? No, but it's a decent amount of views to get on YouTube. I think the perspective of views and subscribers and all of that is very skewed on YouTube depending on who you watch. If you watch a lot of smaller channels, you'll know that it's very difficult, very, very difficult just to get to 10,000 subscribers. To get to 50,000 subscribers is really hard. To get to 100,000 subscribers is really, really, really difficult to do. It's a lot of people don't make it to 100,000 subscribers. So I want to make sure we keep that into perspective, that this is still, in my eyes, success at 4 million views a month. Average views per video is 300,000. That's a lot of views. That's a lot of people, 300,000 eyes on you for every single video. Other than that, Manny has been working on Lunar Beauty. I honestly, I have to tell you, I have never heard a negative word about Lunar Beauty's customer service, about the quality of the products. I have never heard anything negative about that brand, and that is extremely difficult. You think about how many brands do you know in your mind that don't have a single thing that you've ever heard negative about them. I mean, I'm not saying that they're perfect, because there's no way they are. I'm sure somebody has had a negative experience with Lunar Beauty. There has to be somebody. But I've never heard anything negative about it. It seems to be a very successful brand. I know he's got a launch coming up that's planned, the announcement for next week. So hopefully we'll learn, what that is soon. But I personally, everything I've ever tried from Lunar Beauty, I have really, really loved. And that's just me talking from my soul. I've really loved everything. I did want to mention, I forgot to mention this as far as my personal relationship with these people. I have talked privately to Manny, Laura, and Gabriel. I have never talked privately to Nikita. I have met in person Manny, Laura, and Gabriel. I have never met Nikita. I have seen Nikita in a room. Nikita did not seem very approachable, so I did not approach her. And that's kind of the story on that. So I have never spoken to Nikita. I don't know her at all. I've seen her in a room multiple times. So that's the extent of my relationship. I wouldn't say I'm friends with any of these people, but I have a feeling if I reached out to Manny, Gabriel, or Laura, that they would respond to me through DM, but I wouldn't say I'm close with anybody. So that's kind of that. I want to make sure I put that out there. So that's kind of where Manny's at. All right, let me take a drink of my coffee. Let's see what you all are saying real quick, and then we'll go on to Laura next and see how she's doing. Julie says, I'm extremely impressed. I love his lip gloss very much. I do too. Let's see. Julia says, I really want to try Lunar Beauty one day. Melissa, I adore Lunar Beauty and Manny. Jackie, Lunar Beauty is amazing. Hands down, best formula. Erin, Lunar Beauty is a fantastic brand. Melissa, Angelica Newquist is under 100,000. She puts out so much great content. Oh, I totally agree. Absolutely. Victoria, Lunar Beauty is amazing. Patty, always wanted to think they'd changed over the years, but it seems they're all just masters at manipulation. We're going to talk about that. Oh, we're going to get there, Patty. We're going to get there. Samantha says, I'm very excited for his next launch. And Monica says, Manny's blush palette with a little lovey, hearty face. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Laura. So in August of 2018, Laura lost 529,000 subscribers. So she lost 220,000 more subscribers than Manny did. And that may have been due to the nature of her controversy, in that what she tweeted was pretty racist. I don't know if there's anybody that could say that it was incredibly racially insensitive, and I would say racist. That's my opinion. It was pretty bad. So I think that's probably why she lost more, because Manny's was, in my opinion, more racially insensitive because it was about a cab driver that didn't speak English, and then about the social climbing. What Laura said was absolutely awful. So again, blog post down below. I don't want to say it on here. But yeah, so she lost more. Her current subscribers are 4.56 million. So she is about 30,000 subscribers less than Manny right now. She's averaging 12 videos per month, so a few more than Manny. She's putting out quite a bit of content. 12 videos per month is actually a lot. It's a good bit of content. So in the past 30 days, she has 4.8 million views, so about 800,000 more than Manny. But she's also putting out 3 more videos a month. So that might count for a lot of that. And she's averaging 314,000 views per video. So Manny's at 300,000 views, Laura's at 314,000. One thing I want to note, if you go to Laura's Social Blade, is that whenever you see a dip down in views, when you see negative amount of views, it usually means that videos have been privated. And they can be privated for any reason. It can be just, maybe you realize you don't like that video. You just don't like the way you did it. Maybe you said something in it that you are not proud of, or that you feel like is inaccurate to the way you feel now. Like I privated my old Jaclyn Hill palette reviews because what you can buy now is not what I was reviewing back then. Or maybe she privated collab videos with people she doesn't want to be out there anymore, or reviews that, I mean, there's all kinds of reasons, is my point, for privating videos other than trying to hide things. Because that's not necessarily that could be a reason, but that's not always the reason. But she did recently private a bunch of videos, and a bunch of views are gone off of her Social Blade, but I added those back in as if they were still there. So, because it brings your numbers down. So 4.8 million is what that adds up to. So as far as other things for Laura, she's got Laura Lee Los Angeles. She had a big brush launch in August where she released her own custom-made brushes. She has now a clothing line called Nudie Patootie that launched in September. People seem to be really, really excited about that. She changed her genre for the most part. She still does some makeup content, but she does a lot of fashion stuff now. And a lot of other content. She does stuff with her niece that she's adopted, a lot more kinds of vloggy kinds of things. And she's kind of stepped away. She's kind of stepped away from the beauty space a bit, which may have been a smart move. I mean, I was talking with Audra from Audra at Home a little bit earlier before I came on live, and I feel like, YouTube really is kind of like a big game of chess. You have to decide where you're gonna move. What are you gonna do? What kind of content are you gonna make? Who are you gonna feature in your videos? Where are you going to go? What's your lighting going to be? What's your camera angle going to be? What are you going to put in your background? All of that are chess moves to try to win this game of YouTube. So Laura's move was to kind of pull herself out of the beauty space and try to reach for other audiences. And so far, it seems like that's working for her. Her and Manny are kind of like this. I do want to show you their little graphs from Social Blade because I find this very fascinating. So Manny, okay, so the way that these Social Blade graphs are, it's their weekly video views gained, and it goes back to, it looks like December of 2017 is when these go back to, but depending on the scale, the little thingies look different. So Manny's looks like just bigger than Laura's just because of the scale of it. So you got to look at the numbers over on the left-hand side. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Okay, John's saying there's no audio over the images, and I know why. Let me see if I can fix it. Hold on. Okay. All right, we should have audio now. I thought I could shortcut something and I couldn't. So now we should have audio. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. All right, let's go back and do that again. Okay. So, Manny's. So you can see here that he had this peak here where this was pre-Dramageddon, and then it drops down and he stopped uploading. So that's why there's low views here, because he stopped putting out content. Then he puts content back up, but you can see he never makes it back up to where he was before Dramageddon. Now, Manny's graph only goes up to 7.5 million video views. So when you see Laura's, it'll be a little different. Laura's goes up to 10 million, so that's why it looks a little squishier. But you can see also that she's got this big, she's way higher here. In, what is that, September, October, maybe October, November of 2018, she privates a ton of videos. We don't know why, but that's why the views go down significantly. And you can see still hasn't made it back to where she was. But relatively speaking, she's still doing great. She was just doing better before. And then that little dip there is what I was talking about, the one way over on the right-hand side. That's the one I was talking about that she privated some videos recently, which I don't know why. So I find it very interesting to see that because it talks to me about audience behavior and also their behavior, in that they were here and they had Dramageddon, and they have been working really hard ever since. They are putting out consistent content. They're engaging with their audiences. They're doing everything they were doing before Dramageddon, but they haven't been able to get back to where they were. All right, I'm going to talk to you, and then we're going into Nikita, because we're going to add a whole nother layer. It's a whole nother layer. All right, here we go. Betty said, oh wait, she's talking to somebody else. Angel, I haven't watched any of their videos in probably years. Most of them, I haven't seen a complete video. Not my thing long before all this happened. Yeah, and I think that, you know, every channel is like that. It's either your cup of tea or it's not. Brooke, doesn't matter if they're only pretending to be good people if they're entertaining. Oh, does it matter if they're only pretending to be good people if they're entertaining? Ultimate point of YouTube is entertainment, not to be our moral compass. That is an interesting perspective. I do think that YouTube, I think because of the way that it's set up, it was set up as just people in their houses filming. So I think supporting a good person is really important to a lot of people. And they were seen as the top influencers. They were the people that everybody was watching. They were the ones that all the news outlets were covering. They're still the ones who are, well, at least Manny, I don't know about Laura, but Manny's been collabing with all these, you know, big celebrities and things like that. I mean, they were up on this pedestal, and I think Dramageddon just brought them down, and nothing ever really brought them back up to where they were. They still retained a lot of people. Some people have come back. Manny put out a really nice video, I guess it was about a year ago, talking about what he learned through that experience and how he's changed. You know, but I don't think that it was so high. Dramageddon was so high profile that they haven't regained that level of notoriety. And also this platform is totally different. And we're going to talk about that when we get to Nikita, about this. This blows my mind. This absolutely blows my mind. Just really quick, Patty, this Dramageddon or Dramagate was the best teaching moment for my girls to stay out of the drama, because it can burn and hurt others and you. Yes, absolutely. All right, I want to get to Nikita because I'm fascinated by this. All right, Nikita. And I don't even know if YouTube's Nikita's primary platform. I don't know if Instagram is her big thing or what, but subscribers of 2018, in August of 2018, she did not lose any subscribers. She actually gained 111,000 subscribers in August of 2018. Remember, she didn't put up any apology video, nothing. She just didn't say anything. And everybody's saying, make a statement, make a statement, make a statement. And Nikita's like, nope, not making a statement, not saying anything. I'm just going to keep going, pretend like nothing happened. That's a strategy. That's a chess move. Current number of subscribers is 3.67 million subscribers. So she is about 1 million behind Laura and about 500,000 behind Manny in subscribers right now on YouTube. She averages 1 video per month. She has put 10 videos out this year. 10. The entire year. Laura puts out 12 a month. Manny puts out 9 a month. Nikita's put out 10 videos this entire year. But Nikita has 3 million video views in the past 30 days. She gets an average of 3 million video views per video. So what she can do in one video takes 30 days for, well, a little less than 30 days, probably 3 weeks for Manny and Laura to do. She does it in one video. Why? How? How is she doing this? She's collabing with TikTokers. That's how she's doing it. She's collabing with TikTokers and she's getting a younger audience. Her video with the Lopez brothers doing her makeup has 11 million views. Her Hype House Does My Makeup is 6.8 million views. She's collabing with TikTokers. She's doing the same thing that she did when she was collabing with Jeffrey and Manny and Laura when they were at the top. Now she's just doing it with TikTokers. Very interesting. Now, is she genuinely friends with these people, or is she just using them for clout, for views? There's zero way for us to know that. Zero way for us to know that. But we cannot deny there is a pattern here. And from seeing her in person, she is the only one that seemed unapproachable. Think about how many subscribers I have, and my you know. So, I mean, we can put little pieces together, but we don't have the entire puzzle picture. We have little pieces of the puzzle. We don't have the whole thing. So there's no real way to know. So you have to judge for yourself and decide for yourself whether this is a social climbing action or she's genuinely friends with these people and enjoying their company, but also benefiting from them subscriber-wise, financially, etc. I think it's also important to note that her ASMR with Nikita Dragun also has 7.9 million views. I did not watch the video, but I think that it's just her in the video. That's what I would imagine. So it's not just the collaborations with the TikTokers that gets millions and millions of views. It's her by herself. And what kind of power is that? To be able to make one video and get millions and millions and millions of views on your one video. That is a ridiculous amount of power. To the point where she doesn't have to make more than 10 videos a year. She doesn't have to. But to know that if she makes a video, that it's going to get millions of views, just if I feel like it, I'm just going to make a few, let's just make $15,000 today and make a video. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I don't know how much money she makes per video. I'm just guessing. I'm throwing it out there. Just insane. Okay, 4 of her top 10 videos were filmed this year, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but she's only filmed those 10 videos this year. So 4 out of the 10 videos she's filmed this year are in her top 10 videos of all time. She's doing better now than she ever has. Better now than she ever has. She also has Dragun Beauty. I haven't heard anything negative about Dragun Beauty's customer service or anything, but I have heard some issues with quality, people not really enjoying the quality of the products. I don't know how they sell. They seem to be selling fine. I haven't heard anything about that. I forgot to write down when her most recent launch was. I think what'd she do, liquid lipsticks recently, something like that. But she's continuing with Dragun Beauty. It's current. She's still doing that. The other thing I want to mention about Nikita is she is constantly in controversy. Constantly doing things to irritate, upset, get herself canceled, including wearing box braids, darkening her skin, going maskless to numerous parties. She was even recently caught on camera shooing a security guard. You can actually see her, security guard, there's a platform. I don't have the video, but there's a platform, and Nikita's up on the platform, and the security guard is next to her, and she goes, shoo, like that. This is the one that's doing the best. I'm just telling you right now. She's the one that's doing the best. What does that say? What does that mean? I'm fascinated. I'm absolutely fascinated by this. Yeah, Tessie's filter-free makeup. Do you think Nikita is really that rude of a person, or does she do it because it gets her attention? There is really no way to know. Her demeanor in the public events that I've been to has been very unapproachable. You know, I mean, that's pretty much all I can say. I don't know her. When she walks through a room, she walks through it with a celebrity presence. And she's been walking through a room with a celebrity presence for as long as I've seen her at events. Before I even knew who she was, she walked through a room with a celebrity presence. So I remember I was sitting in an Ipsy Live, and Nikita walked behind me, and I thought she was somebody else. And they were like, no, that's Nikita Dragun. Like, it's been that long that she's walked through a room with a celebrity presence. That air. You know what I'm talking about? Like that but some people may see that as confidence. That may not be seen as being stuck up or rude or anything. It could be just confidence. Is this all a show? There's no way to know. What we do know is what the facts and the numbers tell us, and that she is crushing it right now. And she is by far the most controversial and one of the ones that works the least as far as the content that she's putting out. Kind of crazy, right? Yeah, I mean, it just blows my mind. Yeah, Anita says she owns the room stage presence. Yes. Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's a stage presence. Yeah, I can see that. Erica, this world likes controversy and bad people. It's so sad. The good people who deserve to do better don't usually get the views that they should. And I agree with that 100%. Julia, I think she is so able to hang with young TikTokers because she's so immature, and they are the only ones who can't see that because they're teenagers. Well, they're all benefiting from each other. And this is where I wanted to talk about the relationships. And it really, whenever you see these big YouTubers collaborating with each other, they're both benefiting, or the group is benefiting. That's why we have the hype houses and the Jake Paul house or whatever, and the groups of people and the sisters and all of that. They all benefit from being in this group, because when you really like one person, if you're a huge Charli D'Amelio fan and you see she's friends with James Charles and you're like, oh, who's this James Charles guy? Oh, he's friends with Charli. If he's friends with Charli, he must be a great person. So I'm going to go ahead and follow him, and I'm going to follow Dixie because she seems like a really nice person, or vice versa. You're a James Charles fan, and then you get introduced to Charli and Dixie and whoever else he hangs out with. Those are the only ones I know their names. I'm going to be completely honest. 22 million followers over on TikTok. I don't know who these people are, to be honest. But I'm also 42 years old. I'm not the target market, okay? But it works. It works. It's a thing. It's creating your own reality show. But the problem is those things can sour. And if they do, that's when we get things like Dramageddon, right? So I don't know. I just find this stuff just so interesting. I know I've said that like a million times. All right. So let's talk about Gabriel. And Gabriel is another interesting one. Oh, wait, let me show you Nikita's stats first before we go on to Gabriel. Okay. Totally different. Remember the other ones. Look at this. Isn't this crazy? So completely different. With Laura and Manny, we had big spikes over on the left, a drop, and then a flat line. With Nikita, it's just like spike, flat, because she wasn't uploading, and then some deleting of videos, and then huge spikes when she starts hanging out with TikTokers. Look when this starts happening. It starts happening in May of 2020 when TikTok starts blowing up. Yup. And she starts going to all those maskless parties. May of 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic. That's when Nikita starts blowing up, is when TikTok starts blowing up. Very interesting. Okay, let's talk about Gabriel. All right, so Gabriel, subscribers in August of 2020, August of 2018. Remember, Gabriel was the one that put out the original tweet. The original photo of them flipping the birds. Gabriel was the one who put up "Imagine Standing a Racist." Got this whole ball rolling. Intentional, unintentional, we're not going to talk about it today. Gabriel gained 352,000 subscribers in August of 2018. He had the biggest jump of all of them. And I believe that was due to the video he put out calling out Manny. Gabriel, it was kind of like when Tati and James flipped. James was losing, Tati puts out her video, James starts losing, Tati starts gaining. James puts out his video, Tati starts losing, and James starts gaining. So with Gabriel, when he puts out his video about Manny, Gabriel's here, he hasn't said anything. Manny starts dropping, and then Gabriel puts out his video, and he starts gaining, and Manny starts dropping even further as a result. So Gabriel has the biggest jump. Comes out with the Keeping It 100 merch, all of that. Current number of subscribers, 806,000, the lowest of all of them. Average videos per month, also 1 with Nikita. But he's put out 17 videos in the last year. He's put out 7 more videos than Nikita has in the last 365 days. Still averaging 1.5-ish videos per month. Views in the last 30 days, 59,000 views in the last 30 days. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Let me go back and look and make sure, because I want to make sure I get you the right numbers. It doesn't seem right, 59,000 in the last 30 days. Let me look. I just want to make sure I got that right. I'm going over to Social Blade right now just to double check. I don't want to give wrong information. All right, clicking on his name. And yes, 57,000 now it says in the last 30 days. Which is a huge difference from, in the last 30 days, Manny has 4 million, Laura has 4.8 million, and Nikita has 3 million. He has 59,000. But he's also not putting out the content. But also, average views per video is 68,000, which is still significantly more than I get. So don't get me wrong. He's still doing significantly better per video than I am, so I'm not trying to knock him. All right, 68,000 views per video is still a good amount of views. Just in comparison with the other ones, it's not even close, not even in the ballpark. I think the difference is that Manny and Laura are putting the work in. They're uploading the videos. They're uploading to TikTok. They're uploading to Instagram. They're tweeting on Twitter. They're putting in the work. They're doing it. Nikita is putting in the work socially. She's getting in with the people. Those three are still playing the game. Nikita's getting in with the TikTokers. She's TikToking. She's going to the parties. She's uploading occasionally and getting this massive audience on the videos she does upload. I don't think Gabriel is playing the game anymore. I think he kind of quit the game. And it kind of makes me sad because I will tell you, Gabriel, when I've met him, has been one of the kindest people. I first met Gabriel at his very first Ipsy event when he became an Ipsy stylist. And he said some beautiful things up on the stage, and I talked to him afterward, and I told him how much what he said resonated with me. And he was so kind, and he gave me a hug, and we talked for about 10, 15 minutes, and he was so kind. The next time I saw him, hey, Jen, you know, like, very kind. You know, he was running somewhere. I think he was running, I don't know, but he had people following him at an Ipsy event that I went to. I remember he had blue hair. It was one of the times he had blue hair. And he was running, and he saw me, and he stopped. And he said, hey, Jen, and he took a second. He stopped with all these people following him, purposely to walk over and give me a hug. And I grabbed my phone and I just took a picture of us real quick because I knew that was the only moment I was going to be able to have with Gabriel at the time, because I knew that he was going to disappear and we weren't going to get to talk this time because he had this huge crowd of people coming after him. But he stopped and took the time to come say hi to me. He's not doing as well as the others. And I honestly think it's because he stopped playing the game the way that the others have tried to continue. So I just wanted to throw that out there about him. And I hope that he finds his magic again. I did see in his last, one of his last videos, he was talking about that he might be starting a podcast, which I think might be kind of interesting. So, yeah. So there you go. Lisa from Sincerely LGS, no, he's a skeet. I don't know what a skeet means. Not a fan of him. I don't think he is that same person now. I don't know. And this is the thing that we need to remember, I think, and I need to remember, is that we don't know these people. I don't know any of them. Yes, I can say I've met them. Yes, I can say I've had conversations with them. Yes, I've DM'd them, except for Nikita, obviously. But we don't know them. So are they the same person now? We don't know. There's no way to know. We are not living in their lives. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Synth, is Gabriel still friends with Laura and Manny? I don't know. I'm not sure. I forgot. I think that there was a thing, maybe an update there, but I know that Laura and Manny are still friends because they still tweet back and forth very happy, friendly things all the way up to yesterday. I saw them tweeting back and forth to each other happily. So they publicly, they seem to be still very good friends. Yeah, Samantha says, I think Gabriel's biggest issue is he believes everything he hears without question and then talks about it like it's fact. Yeah, there was an issue there with that, absolutely. Samantha says we only know what they want to show us. Jen from Indie Kitty 1 says, Jen, maybe his mental health is more important. I don't watch Gabriel. Maybe he's happier now. Maybe. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's no way to know, because we don't know them, why they stopped playing the game. Why Gabriel stopped playing the game. We don't know why. And I'm not trying to say that, you know, judge either way or why. You know, I'm just saying that he seems to have stopped playing the YouTube game. All right, let's go ahead and take a break. We're 38 minutes in. We're a little over, and I want to talk to you about what's on my face today, and then we'll pop topics, and we can keep talking about this, or we can talk about something else. Totally up to you. All right, so let's talk about what's on my eyes. I was playing with the Raw Beauty Christie palette, of course, the At Forest site by Raw Beauty Christie and ColourPop. I'm hoping to be able to review this, to film my review for this on Tuesday. I still want to play with it just a little more. I've barely played with it, but I'm going to be doing my makeup with it over the next couple of days and hopefully have a good review for you. I have this eyeliner on. It's kind of what's going on out here. I tried to wing it out and I didn't like the way that it looked. It wasn't sharp enough, so I tried to blend it up like eyeshadow, and I think it ended up doing okay. But it is nice and creamy, and you can blend this out more like a cream shadow if you want to. On my lips today, wait, let's do cheeks first. On my cheeks today, I have the Fenty Matchstick in Amber, and then, oh wait, so this is PR. These are purchased. So Fenty Matchstick in Amber, Cover FX. I purchased this at the Ulta sale. This is the monochromatic blush duo in Soft Peach, and I used the highlighter-y one, so that's kind of my blush and highlighter today. And then on my lips, this is kind of a funny story. This is called Nude Lust, and this is by Maybelline. And I purchased this when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for when I was working on Revive for my Ofra collab. I was purchasing some just shades that I thought might be similar to what I would want Revive to be, and was kind of playing with them. So that was where I got this one from purchasing for that. And then Revive is very different. But I was trying to play with things, and then I mixed in my Reimagine from my Ofra collab into that. So that is what is on my face today. And that's kind of what I wanted to say about this topic. And I want to see what you all have to say. So that's, oh wait, I wanted to say this, ADD, bring me back. So that's why my look is very warm today, is because I was playing with the Christie palette, even though I really wish I'd gone a little cooler with the shirt. Oh, shirt is from Stitch Fix. I just canceled it though because it's too expensive and I don't get enough good things that I like. And that's purchased as well. Melissa says, I'm so excited for Christie. I ordered the palette, so happy I was able to get it. I had a bank issue and was nervous. ColourPop did a good job with the launch. I totally agree. ColourPop's like, they're so used to this by now. They're so used to this. And plus, like I was saying, in What's Up in Makeup, they have their own lab, so I would imagine there's going to be a restock soon. I did hear a rumor that December 11th, December 12th, somewhere around there, is the restock, but I have not seen that with my own eyes. It was just a rumor that I heard. Mandy, I love Christie. Her friendship with Maria is the best thing to me. I miss Maria on YouTube, though. Yes. Everything okay, babe? Okay.
What was the Patrick Ta gloss?
Patrick Ta gloss. That is this guy here. I did try to put this on, and I ended up not really liking the way it looked with my eyes today, but I do really like this. This was from my lip video comparison between the Sephora lip kit and the Ulta lip kit. So this was from the Sephora lip kit. I still really like this. It's kind of like, it's very pigmented like a liquid lipstick, but feels like a gloss. It's a really nice formula. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, Melissa says it makes me very sad that Maybelline isn't cruelty-free. This is something I've been talking about with some other people, people that buy cruelty-free. I'm curious to know, because there's no real way to know how much animal testing actually happens in China. Like, I really wish we could have that information about how much really happens. Are they really testing every single product that comes in from the United States on animals? Because that's a lot of products. That's a lot of animals. That's very expensive. I'm very curious what really happens over there. But as of now, you're right, Maybelline is considered not cruelty-free. You're right, because they do sell in China. But I would love that. I would love to have more transparency there. I know we're not going to get it, but they are working, Cruelty Free International is working with China to stop animal testing altogether, which is fabulous. Hopefully that happens soon, because I think that it would be good for them financially. And it would be good for, of course, for animals. I'm just saying, you know, the reason why I said financially first is because I know that that's probably the top priority on China's mind, is the finance piece. Yeah, T. Fuller says, I've gone almost full indie with buying these days. The only downside is the weight, but I won't run out of eyeshadow. Well, there you go. Indie eyeshadow really is fantastic. Oh my gosh. It really is. Yeah, Mrs. Unnecessary. Christie's blessings this year have made 2020 a little brighter. I agree. It was such a beautiful surprise, I think, for not only Christie, of course, and for Zach, but for the entirety of the beauty community, Christie's pregnancy. Well, and all the other pregnancies and babies, you know, there's so many of them, Desi and, you know, and Marlena, and I mean, so many beautiful things happening in that area. Hey, Allie from Truth Sleuth. She says, animal testing laws have become incredibly laid back compared to previous years. It's going to be outlawed soon. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That's definitely what I'm hoping. Yeah, Jane says, China has no fans this year. As long as it doesn't translate to the Chinese people. Okay. Yeah, Melinda says, but isn't Maybelline owned by L'Oreal and they've always done animal testing? Okay, so this is the thing. This is what happens is that in the United States, L'Oreal does not do animal testing in the United States. It's on their website. It's everywhere. They actually fight against animal testing overseas, but the money that they make from China is just too, I'm assuming it's just too, they can't pass that up. So they're helping with the fight to end animal testing. L'Oreal is trying to help fight animal testing in other countries because profit-wise, it'd be better for them as well to not have the animal testing in other countries. But what happens is the products that are imported from any other country into China are supposed to be tested on animals before they're sold to Chinese consumers. So that's where all of that comes in. So to my knowledge, there are no major cosmetic brands that test on animals in the United States. I don't know of a single one. They all on their websites all say they do not test on animals except for where required by law, and what they're talking about is China. So, yeah, it's really just the China thing. It really is. It's very sad. Dr. LX, we'll just call you Dr. Love. What do they test on if they don't test on animals? What they do is they test for reactions in petri dishes. They can do patch tests on humans. There's lots of things that they can do. And they've actually found that the in vitro tests are actually more accurate a lot of times than the animal testing because they're done on human cells versus animal cells, and animal reactions don't necessarily correlate with human reactions to things. The other thing is that the ingredients that are used in cosmetics, 99% of them have been used for decades. So we kind of have a baseline of knowing how they work just in chemistry. The chemists know what they all do. They know what levels they're supposed to keep things at. So really, animal testing isn't as necessary. In the United States, they don't test the cosmetics before they go on the shelves at all. There's no FDA requirement to, there's no thing. You just, this lips, whatever, none of these products. Because all these are, I believe, are cruelty-free products. Ofra, Patrick Ta, Fenty Beauty, Color Pop, Color FX. I don't think any of these are sold in China. None of these were probably tested on anybody because we kind of just know at this point, as a society, what levels things should be at. So they're just not tested on anything. But as far as new ingredients, like we have CBD, which is a literal new ingredient because it was outlawed and banned, so it's new to the United States being used. That's something that is being tested on in different situations to see what it actually does. But that's rare to have an ingredient that's actually new. That's why you see all this CBD stuff everywhere, is because the people that are making this stuff are so excited they have something new to play with. It's like a new toy. And plus people are excited about it anyway because they have positive experiences with CBD and people are taking advantage of that. So Danielle says, I feel animal testing is so outdated. It is. It's very outdated. Let me see. Okay. Tiandra, talk about the hot mess with Without a Crystal Ball. There's so many videos about Without a Crystal Ball, and I stopped listening. I stopped listening this week. I just let it go. There's some doxing stuff happening now, and there's all this stuff. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with her and her channel and what's going to happen over the next 6 months to a year. Curious to see what's going to happen. That's what I'll say about that. If you don't know that situation, there's so many videos on it right now. So many videos. And that reminds me, I have a guest coming on next week at 10 a.m. Eastern time to live chat, and y'all are going to be excited. I'm just saying. I'm going to start teasing teasers on Twitter very, very soon, and I will be announcing on Thursday who it is on both my community tab and on Twitter, so you'll have an opportunity to ask questions there, but I know y'all are going to be excited. Yes. Lindsay says, I'll be ordering more Sydney Grace soon. When Jen reviewed Tiny Marvels palette, is the first palette I bought from them, and it's my favorite. It's such a great palette. Mel Thompson did a fantastic job on that palette. Fantastic job. Mrs. Unnecessary, how can natural hair brushes and eyelashes be considered cruelty-free? I've always wondered, because this is what's weird about the term cruelty-free. Cruelty-free doesn't mean no animals were harmed. It only means animal testing. So I could kill an entire animal and inject it into this liquid lipstick and it could still be cruelty-free. I could pluck every hair out of a baby kitten and make a makeup brush out of it, and it could still be cruelty-free. Cruelty-free is specifically animal testing. So a natural hair brush is cruelty-free because it's not tested on animals. I don't know of any brushes that are tested on animals. It's just, I don't think that's a thing. But what it isn't is it's not vegan. It's a tricky topic, because when you think cruelty-free, you think no cruelty happened, but that's not what it is. It's very confusing. So Krista says, because that's like a haircut. Right. I mean, sorry, Julie, I didn't mean to gross people out. I'm sorry. However long says OMG disgusting. Sorry. Yeah, Indie Kitty 1, Jen's vegan equals no animal products. Exactly. Exactly. Julie says, oh no, don't make a kitten brush. I was just trying to think of the most ridiculous example I possibly could. I didn't mean to gross you out. I'm sorry. Yeah, people are explaining the definition of doxing. Doxing means to leak someone's personal info online, things that are not previously known, and leaking it online. So names, addresses, phone numbers, things like that. Last names, if their last name isn't a public thing, stuff like that. But usually it's attributed to doing it maliciously, not by accident, but some people will call something like an accidental dox if it happened by accident. Yeah, so some people will say that natural hair brushes are harvested humanely. Some brands will say that, meaning that they're brushing the animals. Maybe they're brushing the squirrel. I don't know what they're doing, but they're supposedly not harming the animal by getting the hairs. Maybe they're collecting loose. I think that would take a really long time. I don't know. Maybe they're shaving them. I don't know how they get them, but a lot of brands will say that they harvest them humanely. So you just have to decide what's best for you. Flory, thank you so much for the shout out. She says, enjoying chat. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you, Flory. Mwah. Love you dearly. Julia says, I started my Christmas shopping this weekend. Got my mom a bunch of stuff at Sephora and a new fragrance. It was nice to shop in store for once. Nice. I bought one Christmas gift, and I bought it online for my husband. But other than that, nothing so far. But congratulations. I am not going to any stores. Our numbers are spiking with COVID really bad. So I'm trying, we've pulled back on the things. Like we're keeping our circle small, and now our circle is just the four of us is now our circle. So Afres brushing the squirrel. Karen says, squirrel, get out. Really? Yeah, they have squirrel hair brushes. Yeah. Tab says squirrel brushers unite. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Tessie says, yes, vegan and cruelty-free are very different. Plus, the mark of cruelty-free is really subjective and can be gotten by just telling the little bunny, and can be gotten by just telling the little bunny people your company is cruelty-free and not providing proof. Yes, true. It's very subjective. It's very hard to tell. And some people, I have whole videos on this. So, like, let's say Too Faced, for example, is a cruelty-free brand because they don't test on animals, they don't sell in China. But they're owned by Estee Lauder, who does sell products in China and are not considered cruelty-free. So some people would say Too Faced is not cruelty-free because they're owned by their parent company is Estee Lauder. So some people would say Too Faced isn't cruelty-free. A lot of the cruelty-free bloggers will say that they are cruelty-free, but you have to decide for yourself. And it takes a lot of research and stuff. There are a lot of really good cruelty-free blogs. I'll link some down in the video description if you want more information on that. But hopefully it'll be a non-issue soon where everybody's just cruelty-free. Yeah, Mel says COVID rates are bad. We're going to school in the building anymore. Oh, you're not going to school in the building anymore. 29% positivity rate where I teach. Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, we're locking down. We're like We're taking our small circle and making it real small. Yeah, Leanne says, what conditions are the animals being kept in? Be realistic. We don't know. I mean, chances are they're bad. I mean, if your whole thing is that you are using animals to benefit people, chances are you're not taking good care of the animals and treating them humanely. I mean, that's not always true, of course, but I would imagine they're not being kept in good conditions.
People are asking about FabFitFun.
Oh, FabFitFun is filmed. FabFitFun Winter Box is filmed. It is the next video I am putting out, which would be on Wednesday of next week. Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, I could talk about that. If you are a channel member, John gave me the idea to do this. Thank you. If you are a channel member, I do have a giveaway going on over, it's an exclusive video for channel members only. We did an exclusive channel member chat over there. So if you would like to enter the giveaway, it's for some Sigma stuff. There's going to be 2 winners. Make sure you check that out before the end of the day today, because I'm picking a winner, 2 winners today. So channel members, do that. If you are not a channel member and you would like to become a channel member, it's $1.99 a month. And the perks basically are your name turns green. In chat, you get a little emoji next to your name whenever you comment and in chat. And we're starting to do these live chats. But giveaways are not like an exclusive thing just for channel members. I don't think that's legal. So, but there happens to be a giveaway going on over there right now.
Specify that the live chat that you're talking about is a weekly live chat exclusive.
But I don't know if it's going to be weekly. Yeah.
It's weekly-ish.
Weekly-ish. It's weekly-ish live chat over there. I'm not committing to it yet. I got to make sure that I can do that before I commit to it. Let's see. Vivi says, also in Puerto Rico, the numbers of people with COVID are increasing. The governor announced a new executive order yesterday. Oh, Lisa, thank you for becoming a member. That's so nice of you. Thank you. From Sincerely LGS, go check out her YouTube channel. Excuse me. All right. Samantha says, even bi-weekly would be great. Yes, I would love to do that. Would love to do that. Yeah, home team wants to know if John's doing tattoos. Yes, he is. They are back open. They are very fortunate that the setup of the studio is, there's no walk-in traffic, 0 walk-in traffic. You have to have an appointment even to get into the building. They are staggering their appointments so that the appointments don't even come in contact with each other, and everybody tattoos in their own room. So there really is only masked contact between the artist and the client. So it's as safe as it possibly can be. Everybody wears masks. Even the people that are getting tattooed aren't allowed to bring friends. I don't think anybody's allowed to bring friends. I know with John, they're not allowed to bring anybody. So they're trying to keep it as safe as possible, but we don't know if our governor is going to shut things down again, and the studio would have to close again if he does, because we're seen as non-essential tattoos, you know.
We're going to get shut down again.
Yeah, John thinks we're going to get shut down again, just because the numbers are just spiking like crazy. It's so bad. It's so bad. Steph, hi Steph. This is the first Christmas in like a decade I'll be home, kind of liking it, to be honest. Nice. Yeah, for Thanksgiving, I have decided no matter what, I'm going to go see my parents, but I'm just going to stand outside from 15 feet away and wave to them. But I will go see my parents on Thanksgiving. I will see their faces in person. We're just going to not eat over there, and I'm going to just look at them and say hello from a distance, because they don't live that far from me. But that's kind of our Thanksgiving plans. And Christmas will probably be the same thing, you know, like the present exchange, you know, put the present down on the ground, and then one person goes to get the presents and the presents, and then just like open them up outside. I mean, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be cold too, I'm sure. It's going to be cold too. Thank you, Daniela, for joining the Elite. I appreciate you. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Truth. Oh, wait. I can't do politics. Sorry.
Tell people if they, if they don't see the join button on their mobile device to go to desktop.
Oh, okay. John says if you don't see the join button on mobile, to go to the desktop, because it's there right under the video, if you're able to. I think on my channel page it's there too. If you click on where it says Jen Loves Reviews, I think it's there. But don't feel obligated to join, and don't join just like, you know, do only if you want to. Only if you want to. So Sincerely, LGS, what are you putting on your Christmas list this year? I need a new big pan because my big pan is getting old and like all the nonstick is like way gone and it's just all scraped up. I want a new big pan. I'm boring. I want that. What else do I want? That's pretty much all I'm going to ask for. I know I'm not going to ask for any makeup. Thank you, Dina, for joining the Elite. I appreciate you so much. Oh my goodness, we're almost out of time. How did that happen? How did that happen so quickly? Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm trying to see. Mel says, I know it's all about being home this year. I'm so sad, but we've got to keep our family safe. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stacy says, LOL, Jen, you want a pan? I asked for a pot. You know, pretty much everything that I want is either going to be kitchen related or maybe some tech stuff. I don't know. Just haven't decided. Aw, Alyssa says this was the fastest hour. Thank you. I'm glad that you had fun, Alyssa, and I hope that you had fun as well. Thank you so much for being here for live chat. Next week, we have a special guest that I am so excited. Oh my gosh. I have never talked to this person except for through a couple of DMs. That's your first hint. And I am so excited to get to know this person just a little bit better and excited to get your questions to this person. Sneak peeks coming on Twitter over the next couple of days, and then I'll announce on Thursday. So keep your eye on the YouTube community tab for that. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. All right, mad love to you. Have a great week. Stay safe, and I will see you very, very soon. FabFitFun coming on Wednesday, and then hopefully Raw Beauty Christie on Friday. Crossing my fingers. Talk to you soon. Mad love. Bye.